Greetings, humans. Spinning Mantis here with the next episode of my The Long Dark gameplay walkthrough. So what I did was I took a whole in-game day yesterday to get my inventory ready for the trip to the next zone. So what I did was I repaired all of my gear. You can see I repaired my bedroll to 100. That was at 98, didn't need repairing. Repaired my hatchet to 100. The rifle was in pretty bad shape, repaired that to 100. The knife. Switched out my sewing kit to a fresh one. Switched out my simple tools to a fresh one. There are advanced tools in the game, haven't found one yet in this playthrough. Repaired this to 100, filled it with fuel. I've got my bow, and I've got all my snares. Sweet. I also went and repaired all of my cloth clothes up that needed repair. And these are only at 93, my two deerskin things, so I did not repair those yet. I condensed down all of my stuff, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to light the lantern here for a second, just to show you what I'm leaving behind. So, stuff I don't necessarily need: extra matches, extra cattail tails. I only need leather to repair boots, and I'm wearing deerskin stuff now, so don't need that. Don't bother carrying scrap metal or extra cloth around from zone to zone. You will find tons of it in the new zone. So we got some stuff curing, so if and when we ever return here, we're going to have a bunch of cured crafting materials. Got all that stuff chilling out there. You're going to have for firewood. Don't bother carrying any wood from zone to zone. It will just be unnecessarily encumbering you. Don't need any of that fire making stuff. And look at all that food I'm leaving. I went through all that. I left the food that was the freshest, leaving another hunting rifle, 2 knives, some raw meat, some fuel. All of these are filled with food. So you may ask, let's just go top off here. And we are going to go and fill our lantern. Go refuel it. Then we are going to just go ahead and put that back down. And you know what? We're going to drop the worse pry bar. Hopefully this doesn't bite us in the butt. That we're not carrying 2 of these, but anyway, we will do that to shed a little bit of weight, a tiny bit. So you can see all the stuff that we're leaving here in this house and what we're bringing. So right now I am not like over encumbered, but I'm fairly encumbered. So that up here we left one replacement outfit for later, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I think we got food and extra meds in here. So you'll see I'm leaving a bunch of stuff here. I'm leaving all the canned food. You don't get enough calories out of 1.1 pounds to carry this around. I'm leaving all of these cans, the heavy stuff. Now I totally could take, you know what, I'll take another one of those, another energy bar. You want to take the lightest stuff that packs the most calories per weight. So I'm going to take those energy bars. That seems good to me. So when you're going to go and traverse to a new zone, you are going to, I would say, want your weight to be under 100 pounds. That'll still, you'll be able to move decently. You'll see I brought all of my important trade skill stuff. This is for making arrows. This is to fix my boots and my pants. Gut is useful for so much stuff. This is to fix my mittens. This is almost done curing. That's to repair my bow. That's to make special meds, a little bit of fire starting. Over here, we didn't really take doubles of anything, but we took all the essentials. Now food, it may look like we're not taking a lot of food. I would say you want at least a gallon of water, so just over a gallon of water. I made some fresh coffee to give us some energy before we left. Carrying energy bars, and then MREs. MREs are the most calories per weight. Really great to have. All my cattails, this is also high calories for the weight. The condensed milk. And then I'm carrying 2 sodas, which are handy, even though they're heavy. They quench your thirst as well as give you calories and help your hunger. So it's helpful to have those on the trip. So you should be under 100 pounds weight. I'm at 98. It would be great if you could go with less, but I think we really have a excellent kind of balanced package here of utility versus weight. So you'll see, like, I've got those MREs, I've got some energy bars, I've got stuff to drink. Notice I'm not carrying a lot of meat. This is just what's going to get me through today and tomorrow. And as I eat these heavy pieces of meat and get lots and lots of calories from them, my carry weight's going to improve, and I'll be able to loot more stuff. So if you can get your weight under 90 carrying, it would be better. But at least if it's under 100, it won't completely cripple you with walking too slow. So we have how many hours of daylight? 7 hours of daylight left, and we're going to try to make it to the next zone. It feels like 50, and that's because of my clothes. All that stuff I built. The mittens, the pants, and the boots are so much warmer than anything you can find in the game, which is nice. It's nice that these trade skill items that you make give you a really great reward. So what we're going to do is we are going to walk down to the dam area. So let's say goodbye to our trusty little home for now. Maybe we'll visit you someday. You got lots of goodies in you. I would suspect eventually in the game, if you play it for a very long time, like maybe a couple months of in-game time, like 60 days or something, even if you explored all the zones, you'd wind up coming back to your original zone as you run out of resources elsewhere. So we're just taking basically a leisurely stroll. We can't sprint, carrying too much stuff. But basically we are moving to another zone. This is a great place for everyone to start, but we're going to head to a zone called Coastal Highway, which I would suggest is another great starting zone. It has really easy to identify geography. It's not easy at all to get lost in that zone. It is really easy to always know where you are. There's a real logical cluster of structures that you can go through. There's fishing, there's rabbits, there's deer. It's a really good, well laid out zone. So that's actually going to be our main base for this overall playthrough. That's more centrally located than Mystery Lake. So we are going to go from Mystery Lake now to a little transitional wilderness zone. Like, I think that doesn't have any houses or anything. Little mini transition zone into Coastal Highway, which will be our main hub to explore the other 2 or 3 zones in the game. See you, Wolfie. Any new feathers? Nah. So it feels like we're moving at a good clip here, so I don't know if that is from that glitch I mentioned in a video long ago. So when you're birding and moving slowly, walk up these little snow hills like that, and then down. And sometimes if you're moving like ultra slow, you're way overburdened, it will sort of reset your walk speed, and you'll be walking more like this, like a nice brisk walk, rather than trudging along like you're carrying the weight of the world on you. So I guess it's been about an hour of in-game time to get this far. Maybe one more hour of in-game time to get to the dam area, so that's pretty good timing. We'll have 4 hours of daylight left to get either into or through the transitional ravine zone. But yeah, we're just going to basically stay on track here. And while you're traveling a long distance like this, on this big foray, if you will, is stop to eat and drink. Fairly often you'll be shaving off little amounts of weight as you eat and drink, and your movement will improve, and eventually somewhere on your trip you should essentially be able to sprint again just from eating your stuff. So this should give me energy and calories and thirstiness quenching. So Wolf's running away. Since we are so burdened right now, even if there's like a deer carcass there, we're not going to mess with it. We will just leave it alone. Although if we do see crow feathers, we will pick them up. One time when I played before, that was the actual limiting factor in the arrows I could make, was I just didn't have enough crow feathers. I actually had a whole bunch, stored them here in Mystery Lake, and then was trying to make arrows over in another zone, and there just weren't many carcasses or crows in that new zone, and so I didn't have enough feathers. So just continuing along our merry way. Dooba-dooba-doo. Across the old train bridge. There's probably something down there. Some sort of carcass. We never really ran over here. Hey, have I found that dude before? I think I have. No. Sure, I'll take your bandage. So, actually, let's take a moment to look down here. Oh wow, liking it, liking it. I am cutting it really fine with my carry weight though, jeez. Green maple saplings. I think those are for as a bow. Mushrooms. So this is the base of the dam on this side. Interesting. Campfire. Well, I have not seen that before. Slosh. Drink. I really don't know if I should carry those extra saplings or whatever from over here. Don't know if I should take on that extra weight. I'm just gonna leave them. I have enough. I have one sapling to repair my bow. I'm gonna assume we can find some in the new zone, but we're really gonna strive for the goal of not exceeding 100 pounds on this transitional voyage. Seems like a wise choice. We don't want to be plodding like so incredibly slow. First couple times I played the game, and in other games too, like Fallout, I would just carry so much stuff and I'd be moving so slow, and I've definitely found that it's more fun and ultimately more reasonable and more efficient to actually just carry lighter loads and move as fast as possible. Make multiple trips if you have to. But right now, we're going to a new zone, so we're going to say goodbye, Carter Hydroelectric Dam. Goodbye for now. And we are going to go down this cool path. We're doing good. Still under 100 pounds. We have 4 hours of daylight left. Hopefully that's enough. And I can't exactly remember what this upcoming zone is like. There's various odd little transition zones in the game between the major areas. So you know what, we're going to travel to the ravine. Here we go, guys, entering a new area. Very exciting. So, the ravine's going to be this wilderness type area. And I'm going to say it's always wise to follow the train tracks. I'm not going to spend too much time going off the beaten path. Hopefully, I'll stick to that. In the zone, usually in these transition zones, there's like tons of good stuff to harvest. So you'll see lots of maple and birch saplings and stuff like that. Stuff you need to make the bows in here. Rose hips. It's really like wildlife heavy zones. Yeah, look at them all, cute rabbits. crows are up over something over here. Worth a look. Oh, you rabbits. So really don't want to get like super stuck in the ravine zone for like overnight. So I think in these transitional zones there aren't really structures or as many structures. Probably could have taken a little less from me because I think the zone we're coming up on is going to be we're going through some mines. There's like so much loot in the mines. Fella. There's that little nook. Let's get back out to the main area. Just keep around drinking sort of over 100 pounds now. We're not moving at a horrible clip though, so yay for that. But the goal is just to get through the ravine zone, not to linger there for too long. So I'm not going to overlook any obvious loot like that. Very pretty. See, like all along there, there's like probably so many cattails. Look at that. That's like a deer and a rabbit who are buddies. You can see like the deer. There's some different deer now. Like you can see maybe different axle horns on them, like older, beefier deer. So, coming up here, yeah, there's definitely like a fair amount of loot in this zone. Once again, we're not going to linger. So check this out. This is a dangerous area coming up here. I think all the transition zones have like an element of danger to them. I definitely got myself killed once. Got myself kind of stuck on the wrong side of this training area, on the side of the mountain. It's an area I should not have been able to get to. And couldn't get back. And to the left side of the track. So my suggestion here is stick to the tracks. Stick to the tracks. So we're like, what to do? What to do? Huh. So if you go down this way, that's bad, I think. So I think I did take the wrong path. That's a puzzler, so I'm not going to follow the tracks there. I want to kind of get up somehow go over that train track. So we're going to trace back here and see if it feels like it's getting kind of dark. Really don't want to, you don't ever want to get caught outside overnight in this game. Yeah, so that is the solution. So rather than following the train tracks as I originally said, we are going to cross over to the other side. Over here. This is the correct way to go. Follow the train tracks, you will get stuck on the the side, underneath. That train wreck. Look at these things. Yes, this is a new resource that I'm seeing for the first time. Birch bark. Obviously, in real life, aspirin is made out of birch bark, or was discovered from birch bark. Something like that. So this is going to be our painkiller. We're able to cook this up to some sort of painkiller, I am sure. So, I don't think this resource is in every zone. I don't think you can just get birch bark everywhere in the game. So I think it's well worth it for us to pick up what we're seeing here. So on the right here, that train wreck is over on our left on the other side of those rocks. We're going to wind up traversing it in a different way. So yeah, hopefully save some people some heartache if they watch this. Don't mess around right around the train, underneath the train. There's no good way to get through. You will get yourself killed. So most of the time when the music plays in the game, I'm just going to try to be quiet, because the music is awesome. So that's the train wreck. If we follow the tracks, we've gotten all caught up in there. Don't want to do that. Leave that poor deer as is. Do not have enough carrying capacity to mess around with him. So this is the correct way to traverse the zone. 2 hours of daylight. Might as well go ahead and have a drink. When I said this zone was challenging, this is what I meant. So I think all of the sort of traversal zones that you're not going to live in. The kind of those zones that have some sort of leap of faith kind of moment.
Okay.
And this is that. Honestly, if I mess this up, it's game over. So. And there's the way the saves work in this game, you can't go back and don't save this. So here we go. It's a big fall. What we do is we're just gonna walk across this snowy log to the other side. Pretty scary. Whoa. Hey now. Don't want none of that. Let's go. Gonna drop off. Whoa, we made it. Yay. So yeah, there's stuff to loot up and around here. Actually, I think you can go into the train now. But believe me, you can screw this up too. You can fall down and get stuck back here all over again. Let's not mess with that. That's it, don't mess with trying to get up in that train again. Got 2 hours, roughly, of in-game time to make it through this zone. So as you can see, the train tracks start up again over here. Let's just check to see if there's any awesome lootness.
anything.
Again, I would not recommend going out there and screwing around. You fall down and you get stuck in the geometry, you'll end your game. So I think at this point the advice holds to follow the tracks again. And I think we are getting close. To the next zone. Yep. That's a fall. It's a big, big, big fall. So you can see here some sort of a train switch station. Look at that. That's quite a valley. Some really epic mountains. There's the mine over there. We're going to be good little looters and explore this area briefly over here. 2 hours of daylight left. So once we're in the mine, daylight doesn't matter. And the mines aren't really super cold. So the mine is not a bad place to stay overnight. So if we have to, we will spend the night in the mine. We're not going to mess with any of those reishi mushrooms. Huh. I don't think I've ever found this cave before. Someone was here. Even though, you know, like I said, cans are heavy.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
Shoot. Let's light the lantern. Check out this cave. In real life, don't go exploring caves by yourself. Just a bad idea all around, I would say. So this is just a giant, completely empty cave. So, I'm not going to need that shelter because, like I said, I can pop into the mine, which is a perfectly good shelter. We will check out this little area and then head over and into the mine. So that's really all that's going on there. Not really seeing anything loot-worthy. Though it is getting really dark. You can't hardly see anything, so there's that. Yeah, I don't really ever remember thinking there was interesting loot over there. The sun's going down rapidly, losing light. Here we come. So we'll just get inside there. Maybe sleep. And then call it a night. Or call it an episode. Look at that, look how dark it's getting. No moon, no stars right now. Just super dark. Very little visibility. So, I mean, I think this is the way we get to the coastal highway. I hope it is. Jeez. I'm starting to wonder now. This isn't a mine entrance, this is like a tunnel collapse. do remember there being a tunnel you can go pretty far into. Alright, let's light her up. This area should be small enough that the lantern works pretty well. Wow, we might have to spend the night here. This wasn't quite what I was expecting to find. I thought there was like a mine entrance. I'm not really seeing any looty type items. Maybe that's it to get into the other zone. Like these transitional zones are just all different in the way that they're handled. So we're all the way through that tunnel. As far as I could tell, there was no loot in there. I guess if we need to, we'll come back here to camp out for the night. Wow, this is pretty intense. Hear that wind howl. So yeah, we're just following the train tracks, trying to get through the zone, trying to make it out alive. Those clothes are really helping us though. Like normally it would be so cold, but since we have the rabbit mittens, the deer pants and the deer boots, they're doing pretty good. Yeah, normally it would be so hating it right now. It's like completely dark out and snowing, windy. That's windy, huh? There's this. Yeah, we're not going to do this in these conditions. It's a rickety old bridge you have to walk across. Oh man, that is so funny. Yeah, there's like no way in the world we are going to do that in the dark, in the wind. Not gonna happen. So, let's just find our way back to the tunnel, camp out overnight, and we will approach that challenge tomorrow. Wow, that does make quite a difference. Nature really was helping a lot. Let's get inside. Let's just get inside. Let's see if it makes any difference how deep we're in. 24. It's actually fine for us to sit here. So let's stock up on food, on calories, not drink. And so we're doing well. Let's give it a bedroll. Let's place a bedroll. How many hours of daylight left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's sleep for 6 hours. And then check on our status. Oh no, we're freezing. We almost have the hypothermias. Damn. Gotta make a fire.
So cold.
Oh, how are we gonna make the fire? kind of panicking here a little bit. Did not think I would freeze like that. I don't have any wood either. What I heard is the flare will give you a little heat. Okay, we're freezing. Got a couple of... How do you make the fire? Freezing. This is bad. Yeah, I need to repair that.
I die. Up soon.
Okay, we got the hypothermia. This is super bad. No, no, no. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. That could kill us. That could seriously, seriously kill us. First aid, so we can't do anything about that. Feels like -1.
I'm
Let's
gonna
take
die
care
out
of
here.
other things. Hopefully we're gonna be able to have the coffee. Have the tea. Eat food. Not thirsty for water. Feels like 13 degrees. This is so tough. Let's take this and pick it up. I don't really know. Can't really figure out how to, Feels like 14 degrees. Feels like 12 degrees. This is bad. So bad. I'm blocking the, feels like 18
Pull
degrees.
through this time.
Start a fire. Insufficient materials. So yeah, I screwed up. Really screwed up here. Let's think all we can do. Place it. And I died. You survived for 17 days, 17 hours, 19 minutes. I wish it was 17 minutes. But that is the end of that character. Wow. Well, made a bad mistake, got caught outside, and froze to death. I probably should have tried to go across that crazy bridge in the middle of the dark and make it inside somewhere. Not much else to say. All that hard work is down the tubes. You only got to see one zone. So I think I will start another series, maybe on the harder difficulty, and we'll start in the coastal highway area that time. Well, thanks so much for joining me. Next episode will be a new game started, and I'll put a little slightly different title on it, so you know that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. But for now, that is Spinning Mantis out. Namaste.